telling me we gotta grit our teeth and keep things great for those who control our financial state. But if they're so good, how come they caused this crash, which wouldn't matter but for uneven stashes? If money's the way we'll always choose to govern, we could easily change things and reshuffle. No one would have to live or die in poverty, but you say the rich work harder for their property. Talk to us like we're stupid. You condescend with the nonsense you repeat. It's plain to see it's greed's doing. You can't outthink the thinkers if you choose to be a sheep. The wolves, they run your pen. You don't know there's more of you than them. You elect these people who choose to keep things great for them. You don't know, they just throw you scraps of bread. We know you don't want to lose none of your scraps. You claim entitlement, but we're born into circumstance. Talk to us like we're stupid. You condescend with that nonsense you repeat. It's plain to see it's greed's doing. You can't outthink the thinkers if you choose to be a sheep. The wolves, they run your pen. You don't know there's more of us than them. One day you'll join our side. Don't forget them, cause they'll come back in disguise. Does it really pay? I try to help, you just get angry with my ways. What kind of service tells us that we have too much? If we do nothing, then we're done. The system works, you're saying crime pays. It works for them, it works for them anyway. They're glad you're of service, they can never have too much. Accept nothing, tell them that they're done.
Hello everyone, it's Friday night and we are at the Beautiful Octopus Club for the first time ever online. Woo! Hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend. I'm so excited to be here. There's actually a Beautiful Octopus online event going on every weekend in November. So do stay tuned for more events coming up before the end of the month. Tonight, we've got the very auspicious and exciting honor of having one Mr. Sam Castell-Ward. And this is we're going to have Sam in conversation. And it's also going to be a live studio session. And we're going to hear some live poetry from Sam and some new tracks. And this event is called Isolation is Over. And that's a title which is based on one of Sam's pieces of writing. Sam's with us now. Hi, Sam.
Hello. Hi, James. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Glad people are watching and hope they enjoy what they see and hear tonight.
It's so cool that we can do this, right? Pandemic ain't gonna stop us. We're still gonna, do cool online stuff, and it's actually a really exciting new format that we get to share your new work in this way, Sam. So I'm really excited about that. So tonight we're gonna see five new tracks, and 4 of them are live studio sessions which were recorded just before lockdown in a studio at Somerset House. And I think we're also going to see a brand new music video. Is that right, Sam?
We are indeed. I can't wait for people to see that, all the studio sessions with the band.
Very cool. And we're also, of course, going to hear some of your live poetry, which is really exciting. So should we get straight into it?
I think we should.
All right, so this is the first session from that live studio session, and we're also going to hit some poetry straight after it. Take it away.
I was always picked on whenever I went out or whenever I was at school or anywhere else. For some reason, these bullies just wouldn't leave me alone.
Minding my own business, walking down the street, these disposable kids, they start bothering me. They seem to hang around, look around every town. They get a strange kick from putting me down. Leave me alone. You can't stand where I come from. Leave me alone. Go home. Everything I do is wrong. Just trying to find my way home. This happens so much, I try to keep my head down, but the plague of harassment seems to follow me around. I go seek shelter in place I can hide, but they're still waiting for me everywhere inside. Leave me alone. They can't stand where I come from. Leave me alone. Go home. Everything I do is wrong. Just trying to find my way home. Leave me alone. Go home. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Whoa, whoa. That's it, I've had enough. I ain't taking nothing else. Started trying to avoid me, trying to think of their health. From the corner of my eye, I see him trying to break others like the seas protector. Oh, let us spread suffering. You can't stand where we come from. Leave us alone. Go home. Everything we do is wrong. Just trying to find our way home. You can't stand where we come from. Leave us all alone. Whoa, whoa. Everything we do is wrong. Just trying to find our way home. Leave us alone. Go home. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Whoa, whoa.
I always thought that being alone was wrong, since I was told to socialise. They said, don't stay locked up all alone in your room. You'll regret it when you're grown. I got older and started to worry so much. Thought I'd be alone forever. I thought, if I don't get out there soon, this is the way it'll always go. Then there was this news that we had to stay put, that we should isolate ourselves. Soon everyone felt just like I did, because they were all alone. Being by yourself was to be expected. Our ideology was turned around. We all had to do what I was doing. I got comfortable with being on my own. We found new ways to communicate. I was let in without leaving my home. I have more of a life than I did before. This won't end too soon, I hope.
There you have it, live poetry and music from Sam Castell-Ward. This is Isolation is Over. Sam, that track sounds absolutely rocking with the new band. It's got that kind of troubadour-y style to it. You've got the harmonica going on there, but everyone's really rocking out and loving it. You must be so excited to be sharing this new music with the world.
Indeed, yeah, I'm great. It feels like I've been waiting a long time, but it's really exciting that people can finally hear these versions of the songs, you know. I'm just really excited for it.
It's so great, man. And I remember, because I was there when you did your launch at the Buster-Mantis of your last record, Headlights Hurt My Eyes, which was amazing. And it was so cool to have everyone in the room and like responding to the energy of the band. But it really seems like it's kind of like it's taken, you know, it's really grown and developed and taken a really big step up since last time. And it's just so exciting that we get to kind of debut it here tonight. But it's still just got that, I mean, it's still got one of the really signature things about your work, I think, and you could hear it in that poem that you just did then, is just sort of like authenticity, you know, because both those pieces have alone in the title. One is Leave Me Alone and the other one is I Thought Being Alone. They're about different kinds of aloneness, sort of. It sounds like wanting to be left alone and then being too alone.
Yeah.
And it's just really candid and honest. And I always wonder what's interesting. I wonder how you find that courage to be so honest and candid in your writing. Maybe, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because I've always felt more comfortable performing like my music or my poetry than I have in sort of social situations, like socializing with people or being on dates or job interviews. I feel I can be myself more when I'm performing, and I'm get to show a better, more confident version of myself, and that version of me is more confident to say about what I'm feeling and about the things I really feel that need to be said, the things I feel I need to say.
Well, it's just, I think a lot of people really, really respond to it because it's really powerful when you're performing and delivering it. So it's super exciting to see. And I think we've got some more tracks coming up. Should we get into the second one?
Yeah, indeed. I can't wait to see what people think of the next song and poem.
Let's hit it.
Some of us aren't given the same privileges as everyone else. Some aren't even told we're entitled to exist. Some of us just want to say, let me live my life. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. See a child from school in your street, they're not like you, so you don't greet them. You make them a fool and you call them a freak, 'cause they stand out, they get special treatment. When they grow up, things are the same. If you don't change, you'll never let me live my life. If I say, will you hear me? Let me live my life. How many times do you hear me? Let me live my life before it's too late. Please don't decide my fate. You see someone different on your way out. You read the papers, so they're a scrounger. You tell them clear and you tell them loud. You pay for them while they live on cloud 9. If the press owned up, you'd see you're the same. If you don't change, you'll never let me live my life. If I say, will you hear me? Let me live my life. How many times do you hear me? Let me live my life before it's too late. Please don't decide my fate. You say your views have changed. You feel
decide my fate and let me live my life. Let me live, let me live, let me live now. Let me live my life. I've got so much to give, let me tell you now. Let me live my life before it's too late. Please don't decide my fate.
You got the morals that you taught us wrong, and real events begin to set them straight. As the world descends to hell below, good things come to those who hate. We see a greedy one take all for himself. We'll never be like him. Karma shall seal his fate. Now we strive to be the best we can, but good things come to those who hate. We try and do what we think is best. We'll be sparing when we choose what to take. But spectators hate us for how they see us, and good things come to those who hate. We see our neighbors have constant hard times, and the selfish seal their fate. Then they tell them who to blame. Good things come to those who hate. Our neighbors now hate our other neighbors. Our oppressor has directed their rage. He gets all he wants. Now he's seen as the hero, because good things come to those who hate. We kept the faith that good would prevail. We felt like everyone wanted this change. But our comrades are despised beyond belief, and good things come to those who hate. You told us that love would conquer all. This notion seemed quite strange, but it's hatred that's used to control everything, and good things come to those who hate. There's one of your teachings I still hope is true. I repeat it inside my head. I hold on to this saying, and I hope it comes true. All good things come to an end.
More live poetry there from Sam Castell-Ward. Sam, that was really powerful. Thank you for that. And before that, we had Let Me Live My Life, which was a live recording made with the band at Somerset House just before lockdown. And it's just sounding so rich and amazing. It's got that kind of like, the lyrics have got this kind of punk poetry, kind of John Cooper Clarke quality to them. But the addition of the piano makes it sound so defiant and Springsteen-y, and it's just awesome. I'm really, really enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, it must be. I suppose those tracks were recorded just before lockdown, in a studio, and sadly, that's not a thing that we can do for the time being anymore. Getting together in groups, but interestingly, you have been able to carry on making music despite all the kind of ups and downs of this year, isn't that right, Sam? You've been working on like a record and been working remotely.
So I mean, well, even back before the coronavirus situation, myself and the band you see me playing with, we were rehearsing in person before then the virus sort of situation kind of happened, and then we had to find a way of working remotely together. And so instead of having sort of rehearsals, which we did before, we ended up sort of recording some demo versions of all the songs you'll hear tonight, all the 5 songs. We recorded demo versions of them. But that was a really good way of working. It turned out it helped us because I would record, say, myself singing and playing guitar for a song, and then Ned Smith, our drummer, would record himself playing the drums and send them to me, and I could say, okay, maybe you should play the drums a bit like this, and there was a chance to develop each part. Then like Mark Williams, the bassist, would send us his bass part, and then there was a chance to say, okay, maybe it could be like this, or maybe we could develop it and like in this way. Or then like Charles Stewart, the keyboardist, he would send us his keyboard parts, and there was a chance to look at each person's parts they were playing for the song and really had more of a chance to see what worked. And this is something we didn't really have time to do when we were rehearsing in person, like for 3-hour rehearsals in the studio. There wasn't a chance to look at each part before deciding what the next person would play. So we've ended up having this really good way to develop the songs, that we didn't
That's
have
so interesting, because I know a lot of artists have really struggled to adapt to everything that's been happening in lockdown, with not being able to get together. But it sounds like you've really found a way to embrace that, and actually it might have even provided a little bit of breathing space, being able to like you say, record one part, email it over, have a listen to it, have a think, add your part onto it, or someone else adds their part onto it, and you build it up slowly. It's really considered kind of approach, which is wild, because that might never have happened if it weren't for all this craziness that's been going down this year. So it seems like you managed to turn it into an opportunity, which is really exciting.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's been yes, I think that's one of the Heart and Soul have been very good at kind of going with the flow with restrictions here, and just focus on seeing what can we do, let's do that, and do that really well.
Yeah, for sure. And I've spoken to some of the people who've been involved in this process with you, and they say what I've heard a lot is that you've been really producing the record. So kind of like, you've grown beyond the role of being a songwriter and a performer, and into the role of actually sort of like producing the album, and having quite a sort of really important involvement with how the production of the record sounds as well, which seems like, that's really fantastic that's happened. You've sort of, grown ever more as an artist as a result of that process.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's with the opportunity to to sort of direct people and say what instruments I think could be on the song, or what sort of parts could be on each song and stuff, and that's which we've been referred to as like producing it. I mean, that's been really good to to try and help develop ideas of how I think each song could sound, how each song could be arranged, and developing how each song sounds and stuff.
Nice. You have to get a big leather producer's chair which you can like swivel around in. That's like the hallmark of a producer, I think.
I see. Yeah, we'll have to take that under advisement. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's much wasteful for the
well, it's sounding amazing. We've got another song and another poem to hear. And this one is, as ever, I think, really it's got its finger on the pulse of the moment. So much of your stuff is political, Sam, and it really it's amazing. It gives voice to a sort of political perspective on what's going on now, and I think this song is certainly one of those. So really excited to hear this.
Government attitudes and government plans can lead to the suffering of many people. I wrote this song to be something hopeful, to say your days are numbered.
You create the suffering from behind your mask. You were approved of and we're told what to see. Things they changed when your act it slipped. We found a better way that we could exist. Ain't got leeway to apologize. There's so much wrong, we can't let you hide. Your days are numbered, they'll come to an end. We'll plant foundations to fix what you've wrecked. We tolerated you for far too long. The pain you caused should never be forgotten. Mud's the name of anyone who opposes. Your system is failing, so you hold down and choke them. Your attacks are working cause the truth is ignored. We show you're the problem, we'll show you the door. Your days are numbered, they'll come to an end. We'll plant foundations to fix what you've wrecked. Rebuild and restructure when you lose your grip. One day we'll be free and so much more will live. We tolerated you for far too long. The death you caused should never be forgotten. we think, what's the point of this? We'll fall lower in the pit they built us. Your days are numbered, they'll come to an end. We'll plant foundations to fix what you've wrecked. Rebuild and restructure when you lose your grip. One day we'll be free and so much more will live. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. That's cool, yeah.
I was living my life from my home, away from all the people. I stayed in, I didn't see others. I went to no social gatherings. This is what my life was like. I took care of myself alone. Then there was news of this virus, and everyone else stayed home. To say everyone else stayed home is a bit of an exaggeration. Many didn't take it seriously. They felt defiant as they gathered together. You saw so many people complain that their lives were just like mine. It was reported everywhere, but no one stopped them from going outside. If you follow the right circles online, you can see there are others like me. This has been our way of life. No one talks to us. You don't see us. But you see the normal people. Now they've lost some of their luxuries. The world does all it can to ease their suffering because they're the ones it sees. We were always told we were wrong about what we said and did. Now we lead the way. Turns out all my wrongs were right. Now I look back through my life's history, and those who fit in are out of place. Now we're the shining example. Authority's reason has fallen from grace. They say when this is all over, we can all go out and hug all our friends. Seems their lives were full of social and intimate gatherings. They say things will go back to normal. They only see those who live just like them. They aren't aware that for some of us, isolation doesn't end.
Guys, this is Isolation is Over, a live studio session with Sam Castell-Ward. That was just an incredible piece of spoken poetry we heard from you, Sam. That's so of the moment. And it's, and yeah, really, really powerful to hear you deliver it live. Thank you so much for that. And that track before, my God, Your Days Are Numbered. It's got such a kind of two-tone ska vibe to it. It's so sort of like, it reminds me of sort of like 80s anti-Thatcher era kind of like,
Ooh,
pop sort of ska music. It's really amazing sound you got.
Thank you. That's great to be compared to that stuff.
It's so rebellious but joyfully so as well, sort of joyfully defiant.
I guess yes, an interesting thing. I guess with that song I was trying to be more positive, really. I know with a lot of the things that are going on at the moment, or that have been for the last maybe 10 years at least, things have just been getting more depressing. So to put a song still talking about important stuff, but trying to be a bit kind of hopeful, trying to be positive in a, in what seemed like a realistic way. Hopefully it is realistic. We just recently saw the fall of Trump. So he's meant to be going off in a few months. So hopefully this will this will be the beginning of the fall of all the far right kind of dictators, really. As some could be seen as, such as maybe Boris Johnson will be gone at some point. Who knows? Their
days are numbered. It's so spirited and just like such an awesome sound, and like I say, it just really feels so prescient of the moment. So it's awesome. So Sam, we've had loads of questions coming in from your fan base. People at the switchboards have been going nuts, have almost exploded. We've had so many calls. So we've actually got quite a few to get through. So maybe we could just roll through a few quickly here. Michelle from London wants to know, which song would you like to write if it wasn't recorded by someone else in the pop charts? I think that's another way of saying, what is the song that you wish you'd written?
Yeah, I mean, regarding the pop charts, I'm not sure I'd be able to offer much insight. I guess I'm not really a a chart guy, really. But
Really? Not your bag, Sam? Come
you
on.
wouldn't thought it, would you? I mean, but I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure what's in the charts at the moment. Actually, there was a chart. Actually, speaking of chart songs, I mean, there was actually a chart song I can think of that I thought was good. It's probably, it might be a few years out of date by now. I think it is, but so it's probably not still charting. But that song by I think it was by Sam Smith, Not the Only One. Actually, I thought I didn't really think I was a fan of his, but then actually I remember seeing some people open mics would do covers of that song. I thought actually this is quite good before I even knew it was him. But yeah, so
yeah, it's a really soulful tune, that, isn't it? Yeah, it's really, and it's got nice arrangements on the record. So, so there's your answer, Michelle. Sam Smith, Not the Only One. James from Peterborough says, many of your songs are political. What would you prioritize in your first week if you were elected prime minister? I'm struggling to imagine a situation where you would actively seek the office of prime minister, Sam.
yeah.
But maybe you could have a stab at that. What do you think you'd do if you were prime minister?
Yeah. So the other question was, what was the first thing I would do? I mean, yeah. So well, I guess probably the first thing I would do would be to sort of cut the salaries of myself, with me being PM, and to other politicians and bankers, and also bonuses and pay increases of all of us lot, who us, the elite. We would be the wealthy people, and use a lot of that money to increase the salaries of people who need it, like poorer people, people who are struggling to pay their rent or becoming homeless, or who require support because of the inequalities that they're facing. So I think redistributing the wealth, I think, would probably be the first thing that I would try and do.
I'm voting for you, Sam. Sam for PM.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got your head screwed on. You got my vote. Beryl from Nuneaton wants to know, how do you get your hair so lustrous and shiny? Is there a special shampoo or a trick that you're using?
Let me see. I mean,
Any insight on that, Sam?
yeah. I mean,
are you just born with it?
well, that definitely wasn't. I'm pretty certain that I've seen pictures of me with a baby, and I didn't have long hair then. But regarding a trick, I mean, I did hear that not to try and wash it too often. I think if you try and use shampoo all the time, it does feel like we're going to a different style of show now. But yeah, I think it kind of makes you kill off your hair's natural oils, and
right.
I think not trying to do it too much, and it feels a bit like now it feels a bit like I'm in that film Evolution, because they used Head and Shoulders shampoo to defeat all this plague of dinosaurs.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and then they were saying that these guys were recommending that. They're saying, don't we use Head and Shoulders? Which
so maybe that's the answer. It's Head and Shoulders. Like...
well, it's working for me, and
and also it kills the plague of dinosaurs as well. That's
which we've got quite a few in government, haven't we? Around the world. So
yes,
I say killing is a bit strong, but yeah.
Well, yes, but nevertheless, the hidden properties of Head and Shoulders, that sounds like a good shout. So there you go, Beryl from Nuneaton. We've got Crystal from Las Vegas, who says, Sam, I'm a huge fan of your music. Would you like to be my pen pal? Also, are you married? ? Interesting question there from Crystal. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's very strange, actually, because if you go on dating websites, often what you hear in someone's profile is, I'm not looking for just a pen pal. Although sometimes that has changed now with the second lockdown. But yes.
Maybe that's the best that people, they're sort of like, not setting their expectations too high. They're just like, I just want a pen pal. I'm just stuck on the all day. So
Yeah, that's what I've. Yes, I mean, I've been. Yeah, having pen pals can be good. It's kind of what we can. I guess at the moment, it's kind of what we can hope for with if we don't live near, sort of, friends or family. Then they can be helpful to have things to, yeah, to have people to talk to. Yeah, but yeah, I've yet to delve into the world of marriage. I'm not sure whether that's my sort of thing or not. I never thought I would get married. It wasn't my sort of thing, but I don't know. I've seen some weddings of sort of friends and family, so maybe I would. I'd have to see. I mean, I'm definitely not ready for that just yet.
Right. So it sounds like pen pal looking good, Crystal. Marriage, he'll get back to you. So we'll move on. We've got one more question from Bucky from Staines. Bucky wants to know, you seem so confident and self-possessed as an artist. Do you have any tips on how I could be more like you?
Oh,
pretty nice question.
Yeah. I'm self-possessed. I possess myself. But yeah. I mean, I'm remembering now that things about how, I don't know. I'm not sure if everyone would want to be the same, or maybe the question was about how to learn from anything that I do that may be hopefully seen as good, but I just try and I mean, who knows? I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess it took a long time for me to try and come across in a way that I thought was good. I remember a friend of mine years ago said, like, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and think you're all right, then you're doing okay, which I kind of remember him saying that. And try and do that, and trying to sort of be honest is something I try and do. I mean, I think I'm told I tend to be more honest than most people. Apparently, it's confusing. A lot of people sort of will lie a lot. I mean, apparently so. I always find that hard to understand and hard to interpret and realize when people are lying. But who knows? But I'm sure we can all work on ourselves. I mean, that's something I still have to do, try and improve myself and be a better person.
So I mean, well, that sounds like a really good answer for Bucky from Staines. Bucky, I hope you've taken notes, and thank you for your thoughts on all those, Sam. That's awesome. We've got one more song to hear, I think, don't we, from this live session?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this. We're gonna get to debut the music video, which was also filmed for this lockdown. This video was made by Felipe Pagani for another song from the upcoming EP, and I'm really looking forward to people seeing this really and listening to the song and seeing the music video.
Absolutely. So we've got all that to come, and just before we get to the music video, we've got one more live studio session from Sam Castell-Ward. So enjoy.
When I've worked with other people doing what they want me to do, following their direction, I've not come across well, and I've just been in the background. Well, I guess I'm plagued. I come across too vague. I'm not seen. You weren't good for my health. I couldn't express myself. Now I'm me. But I promised myself I'd rise beyond. If you see the signs, I'll know I'm strong. I might have won. In the background, I can't make a sound. I'll move on because I'm a man emancipated from your brand, no more frustrated, am I? Moves around, everyone lets me down. You weren't clear. Your plan had
Wow, that was so great to hear that version of that tune, and I love how that ends with just a wailing guitar solo from you, Sam. It's so awesome.
Thank you. And yes, yes, can't be at the talking about the music video slightly too early. I was so excited about it, but yes,
coming up right now,
it's a shame to overlook the that song that I was really proud of that we just did in the background. I mean, I had the chance to do things such as like a lead guitar, which I mean, because I normally just perform by myself solo, I often do, and for working with Heart and Soul, this chance to sort of perform my songs with a full band, and when you're performing by yourself, there isn't such a chance to do the whole sort of guitar solo sort of things and develop that and express that part of your musicianship. So it's great to be able to do that and have all these versions of the songs that that I've been playing with the band. Yeah.
Well, it's so exciting to see, Sam, and it's just like it's so great that we get to share this new to hear this new stuff that you're sharing with the world. And I think it's just really exciting to think about what's going to happen over the next year, for you as an artist, because it feels really exciting. You've got all these new tracks, new ways of working, new band, and it's all just sounding really great. So so we've got one more track. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined us on this Isolation is Over studio live session with Sam Castell-Ward. I would encourage you all, if you haven't already done it, which probably most of you have, but if you haven't, go and follow Sam on social media. You can find him at his official website, which is samcastellward.com, or instagram.com/Sam Castell-Ward, facebook.com/Sam Castell-Ward, or twitter.com/Sam Castell-Ward. And you spell Sam Castell-Ward SamCastell-Ward. So do check him out online. Sam's Instagram account is particularly to be recommended. There's some really cool stuff on there that you won't see anywhere else. So check it out. Sam, thank you so much for joining us and sharing all these thoughts and insights on everything.
Yes, and thanks to having me, and thanks to everyone for being here. Well, not technically being here, but for watching this remotely and being able to check out this event, watching it, and I'm glad that we've been able to share what we've been able to do with with these songs and my poetry, and really happy everyone to check it out.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. And we've still got to go the world premiere of the brand new music video directed by Felipe Pagani, and this is for a track called Odd. So if you're ready, hold on to your seats. This is the world premiere of Odd by Sam Castell-Ward. Enjoy.
The fear of dying washing through your every moment, and extreme isolation.
Decisions are taken by the elected politicians.
Those facing poor prognosis could have their life-saving equipment taken away from them.
From your office, you take control, distribute everything just as you want. But we're here too, you don't like to share. Not with those you see as odd. You have a solution, you know what to do. You can have everything just as you want. You and your friends can narrate what happens. Your own version won't sound hard. Oppressors to death and depression. The sheet's over so no one sees. but it won't change views. You reverse truth and lies, present the facts and they sound odd. Oppress us to death and depression, the sheets over so no one sees. It's an hatred for humanity's lesson, but how long if the story's believed? Oppress us to death and depression, cause depression could lead to suicide. It goes well with others, I listen. If they're not there, they're easy to hide.
Keep pupils in school and keep our economy moving. That is the single best thing we can do.
You don't care for us to succeed. You don't want us at the landmarks you want for yourselves. Take away our lives in every way you can. Your interpretation of hope, it is killing us all. Reactionary ways that we can express ourselves have gotta go. Anything that's not for you is too much to spare, especially if it starts to make a difference. Then you oppress us to death and depression, with the sheet over so no one sees. It hates us to humanity's lesson, not let long if the story's believed.
It certainly didn't feel like we were sheltered.
Instead of this endless talk, we should actually celebrate the phenomenal success of the British nation. What has been done is really rather remarkable and something we should be proud of.
Wow. Oh my God, Sam, that video is absolutely amazing. What an incredible piece of work. We must be so proud of it.
Indeed, yes. So, yeah, now we've seen the music video, yeah, and I hope everyone enjoyed that and this night.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been Isolation is Over, a live studio session with Sam Castell-Ward as part of the Beautiful Octopus Club online festival. And there's going to be loads more events as part of the Beautiful Octopus Club going on this weekend and every weekend until the end of the month. So I hope you can join us for that. Sam, thank you so much again for being a part of this and sharing your work with us. And thank you so much, everyone at home, for joining us, and hopefully see you all really soon.
Indeed. Thanks, everybody.
Bye,
Goodbye.
have a great weekend. Thank you for coming. The next event is Deep Space Meditation on Saturday, the 14th of November at 2 p.m. Join us at www.beautifuloctopusclub.com.
You're telling me we gotta grit our teeth and keep things great for those who control our financial state. But if they're so good, how come they caused this crash? Which wouldn't matter but for uneven stashes. If money's the way we'll always choose to govern, we could easily change things and reshuffle. No one would have to live or die in poverty, but you say the rich work harder for their property. Talk to us like we're stupid. You condescend with the nonsense you repeat. It's plain to see, it's greed's doing. You can't outthink the thinkers if you choose to be a sheep. The wolves, they run your pen. You don't know there's more of you than them. elect these people who choose to keep things great for them. You don't know, they just throw you scraps of bread. We know you don't want to lose none of your scraps. You claim entitlement, but we're born into circumstance. Talk to us like we're stupid. You condescend with that nonsense you repeat. It's plain to see, it's grease doing. You can't outthink the thinkers if you choose to be a sheep. The wolves, they run your pen. You don't know, there's more of us than them. One day, you'll join our side. Don't forget them, cause they'll come back in disguise. For your work, does it really pay? I try to help, you just get angry with my ways. What kind of service tells us that we have too much? If we do nothing, then we're done. The system works, you're saying crime pays. It works for them, it works for them anyway. They're glad you're of service, they can never have too much. Accept nothing, tell them that they're done. Talk to us like we're stupid. You condescend with that nonsense you repeat. It's plain to see, it's grease doing. You can't outthink the thinkers if you choose to be a sheep. The wolves, they run your pen. You don't know, there's more of you than them. Still talk to us like we're stupid. Once again, you read the info from the sheet. They show you myths, you do their bidding. You let things slip your thinking and your thoughts are incomplete. The wolves, they run your pen. You don't know, there's more of us than them. They shame you if you join our side. Don't neglect how they hide behind their lies.